The park was full of laughter. Children played on swings, families gathered for picnics, and joggers ran along the pathways. But in the middle of all this happiness, little girl sat alone on a bench, her face buried in her hands, crying softly. People walked past. Some glanced at her, but no one stopped. No one asked if she was okay. Barron Trump was walking through the park, lost in thought, when he noticed her. Something about the way she sat, shoulders shaking, eyes hidden behind her small hands, made him stop. He watched for a moment, expecting someone to come for her. No one did. His steps quickened as he approached. He sat down beside her, careful not to startle her. "Hey," he said softly. The girl stiffened but didn't look up. "Are you okay?" She sniffled, shaking her head. Something was very wrong. The little girl wiped her eyes and finally looked at him. Her cheeks were wet, her tiny hands trembling. "I lost my mom," she whispered. Barron's heart clenched. "Lost her? What do you mean?" She hiccuped, trying to calm herself. "She was right there," she pointed toward the fountain. "I turned around for just a second, and she was gone." Panic flickered in her eyes again as fresh tears welled up. "She's gone." Barron didn't hesitate. "We'll find her," he said firmly. He stood up and took a deep breath, scanning the park. The place was huge, filled with people. Finding one woman in this crowd wouldn't be easy. But he wasn't about to leave the little girl alone. "Come on," he said, offering his hand. She hesitated, then slowly placed her small fingers in his. "What's your name?" he asked as they started walking. "Emma," she whispered. Barron gave her a reassuring nod. "All right, Emma, let's find your mom." They walked through the park, searching every bench, every picnic table, every group of people. "Mom!" Emma called out, her voice shaky. No answer. Barron noticed the way she squeezed his hand tighter each time they didn't find her. His jaw clenched. After several minutes, Barron spotted something unusual. A woman stood near the parking lot, frantically looking around, her hands shaking as she called out a name. "Emma!" Barron turned to the little girl. "Is that her?" Emma gasped. "Mom!" She let go of Barron's hand and ran toward her. The woman turned just in time to catch her daughter in her arms. "Emma!" she sobbed, holding her tight. "Where were you?" The mother looked up, her face pale, eyes wide with fear and relief. That's when she noticed Barron. She blinked in shock, realizing who he was. You helped her?" Barron gave a small smile. "She was scared. I couldn't just leave her alone." The mother covered her mouth, overwhelmed. "I looked everywhere for her. Thank you. Thank you so much." Tears streamed down her face as she hugged her daughter even tighter. People around them had started noticing. Some had recorded the moment, capturing how Barron Trump had stopped everything to help a lost little girl. A man nearby spoke. Most people would have walked past. He didn't. That evening, a video surfaced online. Millions watched as Barron Trump comforted a lost child and reunited her with her mother. The comments poured in. "The world needs more people like him. This is what true kindness looks like." He didn't just walk past. He made sure she was safe. The next morning, a news anchor smiled as she spoke. "It's not every day you see a billionaire's son stopping to help a lost child. But last night, Barron Trump reminded the world what compassion looks like." And if you believe in kindness too, subscribe to this channel and hit the bell icon so you never miss a story like this.